Okay, good. We're live. Hi, and welcome to Catrin Figures. So, I was not planning on going live tonight, but I got something in my mail, and I wasn't really sure when I should be expecting this, but I'm very, very happy that it came in today. Unfortunately, I've already seen quite a few people already have theirs, but I thought I'd do one anyway. So I've got an unboxing of Scream Factory's Friday the 13th, the Blu-ray collection. So this is the most comprehensive collection of the Friday the 13th films to date. This has a number of like the never before seen kills and sequences, as well as a bunch of like making of featurettes included. Also, it's just got that Scream Factory goodness going on. I will tell you before we dive on into the box itself, uh, the actual box just for everything is just pretty fantastic. They're pretty gorgeous. I do love that right there. But yeah, we get to see all the Jasons going on. I actually did not order mine quick enough to get my hands on some of those posters, which is fine because like my walls are already littered enough with posters as it is. And, you know, do I really need another poster? Yeah. Anywho, the box art is gorgeous. Hey, Chris Barrett. So we are doing an unboxing of the Scream Factory Friday the 13th collection. So the other Friday the 13th collection that I own, that's a Blu-ray, it only goes up to part 8. And then all my other movies are separate, either DVD or Blu-ray separates, which is a little disappointing. But this one has all 12 of the films within the franchise. I know Never Hike Alone is not technically a Friday the 13th film, even though, it's a pretty fantastic fan film. So let's dive right on into it, shall we? So with the first part, Friday the 13th, the original. Something that a lot of people who aren't big horror fans may or may not remember is, Jason isn't actually the killer in this. It's actually Pamela, aka Jason's mama bear, aka the best mom sweater of the 80s in this film. But yeah, she's pretty awesome. We also have a very lackluster final girl in this first one. Very disappointing there. All right, so just like Scream Factory always does, they do like the dual-sided covers. So this is the cover that they sent it with, but this is like some of the original production art, like poster type work, including just some of the scenes from it. So Friday the 13th, you'll wish it were only a nightmare. Dun, dun, dun. Kill, 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 kill. Die, 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 die. Right? But I'm actually going to be flipping a lot of these around because I feel like Scream Factory just does such a fantastic job with these like alternate covers. Like, look at that. That's a gorgeous cover right there. So that is how this one's going to be for sure. So getting on into part 2, which I know part 2 has quite a bit added to it. Part 2, we actually get the death of our final girl from part 1. And funny thing is, they never actually 100% showed her death in the film. However, in this, the new cut of this, they actually show the deleted footage, the deleted kill. And I've already seen it, unfortunately, because I couldn't not look ahead. I'm sorry, spoilers. But it's a pretty gnarly kill. I am happy that they didn't just like superimpose it in here because it's kind of like rough VHS kind of quality. And there's no real sound there. But it's a pretty gnarly kill. Like she gets impaled through her like head, through her nose, and it's just like, and then she's carried off screen. So, you know, it is what it is. Hey, K Titus, how's Japan holding up? So let us see. Also, part 2 has one of my favorite out of the Final Girls. Friday the 13th is one of those franchises where it's not really known for having fantastic Final Girls. I know it could be an unpopular opinion for a lot of people, but their Final Girls for the most part are pretty lackluster, or they're only like in one film. I mean, the only one we got in 2 films is Final Girl from part 1, and she dies in the second one. But the final girl that we get in part 2, just fantastic with her child psychology. But actually donning Jason Voorhees' mother's sweater. So, you know, I should have worn. Okay, so I have a Pamela Voorhees sweater. I should have worn it for this, but like, it's way too warm in my household for that right now. So this is the variant cover that they sent for. It just says Friday the 13th part 2. The body count continues. So I guess this is kind of like original type production poster art. You know, very cool though. Very cool. Yo, Bob World, what's up? And the Greek Geek. Hi. Yeah, we're busy switching around a lot of these covers on the Scream Factory boxes. Just because honestly, I feel like the alternate covers that they have for these are just glorious. This one, not so much. I will admit, this one, not so much because it just says Friday the 13th part 2. But if you know any of the real stuff behind part 2, they were rushing it to theaters because they wanted to beat Halloween 2. And I will tell you, probably a really unpopular opinion, I think part 2 of Friday the 13th, way stronger sequel than part 2 of Halloween. Just saying. Just saying. I feel like they rushed Halloween 2 a little too much. All right, so we've got Friday the 13th part 3, or Friday the 13th 3D, depending on how you want to look at it. But a new dimension of terror. So this was kind of groundbreaking at its time. It was one of the first films that was shot with this like crazy, one of these crazy 3D cameras at the time. That was the whole new big craze and everything. Also, Friday the 13th Part 3 has some of the most unlikable characters in it, as well as the fact that Jason Voorhees actually gets his OG mask in this. Personally, I can't stand the final girl in this. Another iteration of the fact that I hate the final girl in this. And of course, this has that god-awful scene of the girl running around screaming, you know, that Shelly's dead. Oh no, oh no, oh my god. It's horrible. It's a horrible scene, but it's really funny when she does die. All right, so we've got a question in the chat. So, hey, quick question. What does the menu look? What do the menus look like? Well, they don't have menus on these in particular. I would probably have to actually play these in order to see what the menus looked like on the Blu-rays themselves, just because the slipcovers are different because Scream Factory normally just does like alternate covers and like really cool stuff like that. But I don't know if it's actually any different. So this is the cover that it was sent with. And this is our alternate cover where it's kind of Jason coming through the window. So I'm definitely going to be switching it to this one for sure. Also, Shelly. I mean, he's killed completely off screen. Do they get his kill in this? I didn't see that. I haven't seen all of the added bonus parts that are in this because I haven't had a chance. I just got this in today. I haven't had a chance to actually go through these and scour through these. So, you know, we'll probably get more videos later on talking about some of the new things out of this. But yes, a 3D of terror right there. So Friday the 13th, part 3. All right. So we've got Friday the 13th, the final chapter. So if any of you guys were watching Mainframe Comic Con, I forget if I was in Hall E or Hall D with Legend, but we actually had a chance to interview the director of this, and he had a lot of fun doing this. We were kind of talking about the fact that he broke all the rules in film where you're not supposed to be working with animals, you're not supposed to be working with kids, you're not supposed to work with twins, yet he decided to do all of that. And, you know, kind of a fantastic film. This is a film where it kind of goes back and forth. You either love this film or you really hate this film. I love it for what it is. It is not my favorite out of the Friday the 13th collections, but it's definitely up there as one of them. It's definitely one of them. I liked Shelley. I don't know why everyone hates him. Shelley was a forced character. I feel like Shelley had more of an arc than most of the characters throughout that entire film as a whole. I feel like he had more of an arc than the final girl. So honestly, I feel like if you had rewritten a few scenes here or there, you could have made Shelley the main character, to be completely honest. Another little fun fact is the actor who played Shelley actually went on to be an attorney and has done a lot of interviews about like the legal battle and dispute and everything for Friday the 13th, even though he's not like an attorney on that case or anything. But yes, very knowledgeable person, very, very intelligent person. So great thing there. But how do you go? So here is our main cover right there. And here, my dears, is the alternate. Kind of disappointing. So this says 3 times before. You have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror. But this is the one you've been screaming for. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. So yeah, originally this was supposed to be the end of Jason Voorhees. So having a child take out Jason Voorhees and everything, it was so unheard of, and it was kind of fantastic. Another issue with a lot of the Friday the 13th films, and a big reason why before Scream Factory actually got their hands on these, we actually never had a complete collection, was because they're owned by several different production companies. And we all know that production companies don't like to play very nicely with each other. So, you know, I mean, let's face it, if it weren't for Shout and Scream Factory, we wouldn't get this collection. So, big thank you. Big thank you there. All right. So, on to a new beginning. All right, I kind of hate this film. I do. And it's for one big glaring issue. It's the fact that it's not Jason. It is a copycat Jason. It's somebody pretending to be Jason. And we have like a weird Tommy Jarvis in here. Like, in here, we have this fun kid, Tommy Jarvis, who may or may not be taken over by the evil, was basically what they told Corey for this. And now we've got this new Tommy Jarvis who's like in and out of mental institutions, and like he's in like a halfway house type loony bin situation. They call it a loony bin, so don't make fun of me for that. But yeah, basically there's one butchering that happens here that's not even by the main bad guy in this, and it starts the whole thing. There are some pretty good kills in here. There are, but still not Jason. Just a guy pretending to be Jason. If Jason still haunts you, you're not alone. Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. All right. So that is our alternate cover right there. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to leave it to this one. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if I get to the 6th one and there is not a Alice, Jason's watching you, and he knows your house reference on it, I'm going to be so mad. So, yeah, moving past the 5th one, it's solid for what it is. There's some great kills in here. It's just disappointing at who the killer actually is in it. You know, spoilers to a movie that came out forever ago, but it's a paramedic whose son gets killed, and it's like, dude, did you even know that was your kid? I mean, he was there living in that house, and they said he had no actual family, but you somehow knew that was your son and decided to not get revenge on the guy that actually butchered him, but to get revenge on the other people that were in the house that were like screaming in horror and called the authorities. Whatever. It is what it is. All right. So Jason Lives, aka Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason's watching you and he knows your house. Yes, that is a reference. Look up the soundtrack to this film. It's the funniest freaking music video known to mankind. But Jason is watching you and he knows your house. So here's this. Continuing on with the Tommy Jarvis love. Okay, so this isn't like the others. It's kind of more just like art. But here's Theus. Right there, trying not to blind you with the shiny, shiny light that is right over there. I'm kind of back and forth. I think I'm going to leave it like this. But it does not say that he is watching you and he knows your house. I'm very disappointed by that. Very disappointed. But yes, Jason Lives. So continuing on with one of my favorites out of the entire thing. This is the start of the Kane Hodder saga. Yes, saga. So Kane Hodder, surprise, surprise, is my Jason. I've met him at several different horror conventions, and I had a chance to interview him at the first Mainframe Comic-Con, which, check that out on the YouTubes. It's free and available if you want to watch that. But yeah, he's a blast. He's always been a blast, and he's just a huge burly teddy bear. And I'm telling you, this guy is still solid, like solid muscle. It's crazy. So Friday the 13th, Part 7. This is the one film that was the most butchered by the ratings board. They had to cut so much out of so many different kills and out of so many different scenes. This film was eviscerated by the ratings board, basically. Everything from the sleeping bag to the weed whacker to so many things were just cut. And it's just like, dude, you have one of the more fun out of the final girls in this, and Tina, dude, she's a freaking telekinetic final girl. Basically, if you have Carrie versus Jason in this, it's fantastic, and you get all that Kane Hodder glory. So let's see here. Do they have any deleted scene stuff? I'm seeing a lot of commentary. It does not look like we're getting a bunch of deleted stuff, which is kind of disappointing. But I don't know. We've still got a number of different discs, so we shall see. All right. On Friday the 13th, Jason is back, but this time someone's waiting. So we actually got to meet the actor who plays Tina's father, Mr. Shepard, also at Mainframe Comic Con, this most recent one that just happened. And yeah, he is the second zombie that is down there in Camp Crystal Lake. Everyone forgets about Mr. Shepard. Yes, Mr. Shepard is still there in the lake, ready to fight off Jason. And that guy was just a lot of fun and really, really cool. So big shout out to the great legend, because he also interviewed him with me and he was a lot of fun. So this is gorgeous. All right. Kane Hodder in all his glory right there. Oh, yeah. I could go either way, but I think I'm going to leave the normal cover as the one I'm going to have out. It's disappointing that they didn't do like the alternate covers on like all of them where they were, you know, like this. They don't have that for all of them. They're kind of just like really cool production art or really cool like scenes in the film. So one of my favorites in the entire franchise. I don't care how many people rip this one a new one. It's a fantastic freaking movie. Oh, so I got Pocan Joe in the what's up? I saw your Instagram. You're showing off some craziness. So big shout out to Pocan Joe. How's Spectacular doing? But yeah. So we've got part 8. This is Jason Takes Manhattan, aka Friday the 13th, part 8. This is the film that a lot of people rip a new one. They talk about how shitty it is. They talk about the bad production values. They talk this movie down into the dumps. I'll tell you right now, there are a lot of issues with this film, but it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. It's one of those movies like, yes, I know it's a bad movie, but I love this freaking movie so much. I really do. Like, dude, Jason Voorhees knocking someone's head off in the middle of a fight, kind of fantastic. So, there's some of the production art they got going right there. So, fun little behind the scenes little story about this. There was actually some guy tried stealing the Jason mask when they were filming in Times Square. Actually tried stealing the Jason mask. I mean, Kane Hodder was like sitting down on a bench or something in between takes. This guy just like tried to like run up and grab it when he had it like sitting on his leg or something. And he like threw a rock and like hit him. And then just like punched him and like knocked him out and left him there. Like, yeah, sounds like Kane Hodder. Yes, he is that huge in real life, by the way. Like, just a massive, massive person. But just fantastic. I actually watched a new Kane Hodder movie the other night. I know it's not a part of this at all, but I watched The Good Things Devils Do. This was a weird freaking movie. This is definitely not for everyone. Linnea Quigley's in this. Kane Hodder's in this. Kane Hodder's probably the scariest in this that I've seen in anything. And he doesn't normally talk in like the Jason films. He doesn't talk, and you know he's scary. But like this one, he's very rapey in this one. I'm like, yeah. It was still a good movie. Basically, a vampire chick gets brought back to life and starts killing people, and it's this whole thing. So, you know, little thing going on there. So, everyone shits on this movie so much. They talk about how horrible Part 8 is. Everyone hates this movie for some reason. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. Then I get to this piece of shit. This is a piece of shit. I'm going to say it right now. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, is so fucking weird, and it's all over the damn place. And it's like, what in the freaking heck is going on there? But it's about him being able to, like, I don't even want to talk about this film. I really don't. It's like whenever I'm doing a Friday the 13th marathon, everyone's got that one or two films in whatever franchise they want to skip past. This is definitely it for me that I really want to skip past. I know everyone's like, oh my God, you get Freddy at the very end. No, you get his glove for like a hot second. But it's like, dude, is Freddy's glove really worth all the bullshit that happens in this? Is it really worth, like, Body Snatcher Jason? No. Nothing's worth Body Snatcher Jason. Okay, that's like a whole different nonsensical world, and not in a fun way. All right, so there is the new cover for that. So evil has finally found a home. Jason goes to hell, and he's not coming back. Well, apparently he did come back, because I've got other movies to talk about. All right, so I know I shit on this movie. I know I talk about how, I'm sorry, this is just kind of a boring movie as far as they go. It's poorly done in my opinion. It's not as much fun as the others, and it just feels eh. But then you get into Jason X, and I know what you're thinking here. You're thinking here, you don't like Jason Goes to Hell, but you like Jason X. Yes, I do. Jason X knows what it's supposed to be. It is a cheeseball, campy film that they pushed through because they were trying to make Freddy versus Jason, and they didn't have the rights to Freddy, and this company didn't have the rights to Jason, so they couldn't do it, and they were going to do a whole thing with it, but they couldn't do it for so many years, but they didn't want to lose the rights to Jason, so they pushed this film through. Jason in Space. Yes, I love this fucking film. It is so much fun. We got Jason getting frozen. We have like all sorts of crazy things going on here. We got Uber Jason with like his new mask, which I do have the Jason X mask in the studio. I love it personally. It's pretty crazy. He gets like all of these like nanobites that keep healing him. So it's like, dude, he's a zombie, but he's also got nanobite technology healing him, and it's just crazy. So yeah, there's like crazy things going on here. There's all sorts of fun things. Some of the goriest kills that they actually allowed to happen came through here, honestly. Also, we did get callbacks to things like the sleeping bag kill and things like that. But I mean, it's a cheeseball film. It's a cheeseball film, and they knew it was a cheeseball film. Oh, so it's just oh, okay. So for this one, the Jason X part is the same, but it's just whether or not you get the actual android or if you get the lieutenant right here. So that's really cool. I'm going to put the android out because, an android being upset that she doesn't have nipples is kind of funny. Yeah, if you've never seen this movie before, an android's upset because she doesn't have nipples and she wants them. So, yeah, it happens. So, putting that back in there. But really cheeseball film, all over the place. I think one of the best lines in this entire film is, "Oh, this sucks on so many levels." But you'll know the scene if you've seen the movie. But very, very fun film. Next is Freddy versus Jason. And I both love and hate this film. I both love and hate this film, and I'll explain why. I feel like this is a great Freddy film. They kind of shit on Jason in this, though. Yes, Jason gets a ton of kills, but Jason's basically Freddy's bitch for 9/10 of this movie. And it's Jason's suddenly afraid of water. Jason lived in a freaking lake for how long? Jason took a boat ride. Dude, Jason's been in water how many times? And you're telling me now Jason's terrified of water because he drowned as a child. I'm pretty sure Jason got over that bullshit. Just saying. And he's using his mom in this. And, like, new Pamela Voorhees. Whatever. But I love Freddy in this. Freddy's pretty well done in this, but we got a new Jason. It was no longer Kane Hodder, unfortunately. There's a lot of really weird kind of moments with the casting going on there. Catherine Isabel is actually in this, which I love her from American Mary. She's one of my favorite actors. One of my favorite actresses just in general. She's normally a lot of fun. But she's kind of just there in this, Okay, I like this. Look at that. That's going to be my cover right there. Just them and verses. Oh my gosh. Yes. Verses. So this is definitely going to be my cover. So let's see here. Okay, they've got an original opening and ending. Ooh. Stop working more. Yeah, their fight's pretty ferocious. And for anyone who doesn't know, the comic of Freddy versus Jason versus Ash was actually supposed to be a film sequel of this, but they could never actually get the rights to continue on with this. So it kind of just went on into comics and then just kind of ended. So, it is what it is. All right, so on to the last official of the Friday the 13th films. And this is a highly, highly criticized, and it's back and forth. You either love this film or you hate this film. I think this is a very good remake. Do I think that this film right here is better than, let's say, this film right here? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But it is a very well done film. A lot of the deaths are pretty well done. This is very brutal, Jason. This is basically the Jason that uses your friend as bait, Jason, which kind of scary in his own right. But this guy's just a freaking massive human being. He is huge. This actor right here. Okay, there we go. But this is the main cover they sent it out with. And then this is the variant cover for it. I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it on the variant cover on this. Just another really great thing. Different things like, Jason using a bow and arrow, Jason pulling the chick up and skewering her through the head. The sleeping bag kill in this one is savage. Basically lighting the sleeping bag on fire, almost roasting the chick alive. Pretty brutal Jason in this. I'm not gonna lie, I do loves me some brutal Jason. So very well done remake, in my opinion. in my humbled opinion. So continuing on, we've got the Friday the 13th collection bonus materials. So this is everything they could not fit in each one of these. So we've got an interview with composer Harry Manfredini. We've got new location featurettes, Return to Crystal Lake, the making of Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th Chronicles, Secret Galore, Behind the Gore. Yeah, and then just a bunch of documentaries and like tell-alls and everything. So really, really fun there. So yes, there's a lot in this to love. I definitely would say if you are a Friday the 13th fan, if you're a Jason Voorhees fan, I would highly suggest you go ahead and get your hands on this. Who is this chick? I did not mean to go up against modern men, but you know what? I got this beauty in the mail, and I had to open it. I'm sorry, Drew. I'm not meaning to go up against the Comic Core, okay? If the Comic Core is doing something, you watch the Comic Core and you come back over here, okay? But I was very, very excited, and I had to open this. So they've got a book. It's got a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Looks pretty cool, honestly. And honestly, like I know it's pretty unfortunate that the last Friday the 13th film that we've received was from 2009. It's unfortunate. You know, this lawsuit, it's kind of thrown a wrench for a lot of things and just trying to get things out there. But honestly, we've got some pretty fantastic fan films currently coming out. I know Never Hike Alone in the Snow, the prequel to Never Hike Alone, is supposed to be dropping tomorrow, I think, for November 13th. It's not a Friday the 13th, unfortunately, but October 13th. What the hell is wrong with me? But, you know. But we've got that. We've got 13 Fanboy. Voorhees came out not too long ago. There's several fan films available on YouTube. Just basically type in Friday the 13th fan film. I would highly suggest Never Hike Alone, probably the greatest fan film I've ever seen. Big props to them. First time I ever actually saw that film, it was at a horror convention after a Kane Hodder lecture. So that was pretty cool. And Kane was there, so it was really neat. Comic Man Andy. The fuck is Mark eating? I think he's got a teriyaki sub in the other room. Chicken teriyaki. Could be wrong. But yeah, just came on to do a quick unboxing of Zeus. So I did not put these in order, so I gotta put them back in order. I switched some of the covers, so it's probably gonna screw a few things up, but oh well. Oh well. Here's the third one. I don't know where I put. There it is. The third one. So with some of the covers changed out, this is what the spine itself looks like. Of course, we got that beautiful Scream Factory logo down there. And I gotta tell you, like, just huge shout out to Scream Factory for releasing this, for having a complete comprehensive set of the Friday the 13th and just putting in this beautiful, beautiful box. But this is currently still available from Scream Factory as well as Amazon. I would say if you've waited this long to get it, go ahead and just get it from Amazon. Honestly, you might be able to save yourself a few bucks. But get it while you still can, because if this is anything like the Halloween collection that they came out with, they came out and then they sold out, and then now they're crazy, ridiculous expensive. But this beautiful monstrosity is mine. So Jason Voorhees is one of my boys, and I now have this. I'm very, very happy with that. So I didn't mean to come on here and take up a bunch of time, but huge shout out to some of the guys in the chat. Drew Manchu still bitching about wanting me to eat that chocolate bunny. It's still not chocolate, dude. It's still plastic. That's my Banicula. We're not eating Banicula. Bob World still holding it down. See what it is, a sweet box set. It's got a lot of the deleted scenes and like behind the scenes featurettes. So including some extended stuff from Tom Savini. So really, really excited to watch that. All right. Yeah, it's pretty late here. It's almost midnight and I gotta work tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna cut it off here and say bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing of the Scream Factory Friday the 13th collection. This is the most comprehensive set of the Friday the 13th out there. This is definitely a good buy for what it is, honestly. And very, very happy to have this in my collection. So until next time, guys, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.